What's up, my friends? Hope everybody's well. I'm doing okay. Thanks for coming back. We're at number 6, the 7th man. It is week 9. It's done. Week 9's done, guys. We only got 2 more weeks left for the regular season. I want to apologize first offhand. I'm not feeling well, so if I start coughing or something, I'm having a real bad sore throat, running a little bit of fever. So just bear with me, guys. I'm gonna try and make this in quick because I really don't feel worth the junk. I wanted to get it out yesterday, but I was in bad shape yesterday. So, guys, just bear with me. And I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it done today. I really wasn't. So I just want to start this off kind of on a bad note, but has some positive to it. The unfortunate loss and tragedy that happened in White Deer and Pampa. Most everybody should know. Hopefully, everybody knows because of the horrible situation. And I don't even know if tragedy is a strong enough word to describe what happened. It's kind of hard to talk about, but I want to personally say to you guys that if White Deer, Pampa, or listen or watching whatever, guys, we're still here with you. We really are. I believe the 6-man community is still here with you, and I hope so. You guys have heard me say that 6-man is a family, and I think that situation kind of proved it because when it did happen, schools, teams, everybody just came together as one and supported those guys. And I like to see that, and that's kind of the positive note that I wanted to talk about. And we need to continue to do that because this is all still fresh for them, and we need to be there for them. I know there's rivals and all that mess that go on between schools, and I don't know if there is that situation up there. I'm just talking about in general, but if there is, all that should be put aside like it is and be supportive for the families, the schools, the towns, because like I said, it's still fresh. Sorry. So we still need to be there. I personally am, and I'm going to keep thinking and praying for you guys, and hopefully everybody else does too. And let's just be there for them. Definitely. Okay. This week I'm not going to really get into the scores. I just want to get this going, and it's probably going to be shorter. I just want to highlight a couple players at first, and I want to move into some district talk like I did last week. And first rankings. You guys know I don't like putting rankings out there at all. The only reason why I did it last week was because I was being hammered, bombarded with requests to do a top 20. And against my better judgment, which I knew better, I went ahead and did it. Now, my UIL rankings went over pretty well. I had a couple, hey, so you should have switched this and you should have flipped this or whatever. But that was okay. I'd say 95% of the people were happy with how it went. And I thought they were pretty good. I thought they were pretty much on point. Now, the private school, man, you guys are savages for sure. And it was a different story with you guys. I was all but given death threats, not really, about them. It was crazy. You guys know I don't just put teams where I think they should go. Now, I go off a rating system, which I've told y'all that I figured out. And I don't go off of personal thoughts, I guess you can say. Because if I did, they'd be totally different from what they look like. Because there's teams that I really, really like, and there's teams that they're okay, but I can't do that. It's not fair to everybody. And I think that's how it needs to be. Kind of like UIL, Calvert. And again, man, this is nothing at Calvert. I know I hammer on them, but their sample size still is just too small. They've only played 4 games, or maybe 5 now. And I don't think the sample size is good enough to be putting them somewhere. Anyways, I just want to be fair with it. And I feel that's the only way to rank someone is to do it that way. And what makes it hard, private schools, there's so many divisions, I guess you can call it, that just because you're top ranked in your division does not mean you're going to be top ranked overall. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, guys, message me and we can talk about it like so many of us have done before. So here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, really sorry. Whit Jewett, Fort Worth Covenant. Here we go, man. Fort Worth Covenant again. They're just so good. If you don't know, the dude has reached GOAT status for sure, in my opinion. If you don't know, he broke the six-man state record for touchdown receptions with 77 Friday night. That is absolutely crazy, ridiculous good. I love seeing records be broken. I really do. They're not broken very often. They usually stick around for a long, long time. And to do that is a very good, great accomplishment for anyone. Matter of fact, I need to check with him from Strong, Griff Rigdon. I know he was getting there for interceptions, so I need to check with him and see if he broke it yet, because I'm really not sure. I hadn't talked to him in a while. But what's really cool about it is we still got games for Witt to go. And so that number, by the way, their offense is, which is, y'all know how their offense is, it's going to grow a lot more. So it's going to make it harder for the next person to make it. And so again, Whip, congratulations, man. I just wanted to do it again publicly because I know I posted it on Instagram, but I just wanted to do it again for you guys. But then the kid that has helped him get there, you can't let this go unnoticed as well. The Mr. Landon Briley, the quarterback, this kid is a junior. He's only a junior. If I looked at it right, I think if I looked at it right, he's got around 2,400 yards passing for this year. He's got 51 touchdowns and a rating of almost 140. A quarterback rating of 140 just for this season. That's over half of Witt's touchdowns for this year. And so I want to give him a shout out as well. That's a huge part of their scary good offense. It really is. So I posted Friday night about being invited to a game, hang out on the sidelines for JCSA in Keene, which JCSA won 56-34. It really felt good to be on the sideline again. I didn't realize how much I missed it until I got there with them guys. It did. It felt really good. I want to thank, again, publicly. I know I did it several times through text and Friday night. Coach Knight, I really do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with you guys. I really did. JCSA, they got a good team. They got a good group of kids. Very respectful. And I like that about it's not just one kid, it's the entire team. Very respectful. A lot of team, then they got a lot of talent as well. They're young. They got a young team, but that's promising for the future for those guys. And I want to bring up their quarterback. I want to bring him up because his name's Seth Wallace. He's a senior, I believe, which is unfortunate. He's a great quarterback, really good. I really liked watching him play. And what I liked about him is he's patient. And that's hard to find with a high school quarterback. He doesn't rush his throws. He doesn't rush them at all. He stands tall in the pocket. And, well, I'm not going to say who he reminds me of because y'all would think, again, man, this guy's nuts. But he does. He stands tall in the pocket. He makes really good decisions. And he does not run until he absolutely has to. I mean, the pocket can be collapsing around him, and he's got three guys right there in his face. And then he decides, all right, well, it's time for me to go. And he's a big guy, big dude. And he runs very, very, very good for a guy of his size. And his arm, he's got a cannon of an arm. Cannon. And he's left-handed, which I like a left-handed quarterback as well. So, Seth, keep it up, man. Keep being a leader. And go win some games in the playoff. I'm ready to watch you play in the playoffs for sure. A quick shout out before I move on. Texas School for the Deaf. They put up 100 over OLH's 74 Friday night. I've got so much respect for those guys. I really do. Because with what they have issues with, it's very impressive for a team to be that good to have to deal with that. So just shout out to them as well. It's awesome to see that. It really is. Good team. So, guys, I could go on about private schools this week because there were some good games, but like I said, I'm not feeling well, so I just want to get this going. I wanted to get some content out. So moving on to a few UIL districts that have some interesting happenings going on. Start with D1, District 2. If you see me squinting, I don't have contacts in, so it's hard for me to see. Positive, pretty positive this week. Spring Lake Naz game determined a 1 and 2 spot. Naz took down Crest in a really, really good game this past week. I think it was 40-41. I think it was just a 1 point game. So that pretty much put Naz in. The only way something's going to change is I think if Crest beats Spring Lake next week, but I don't see that happening. So this week was for district positive. District 3, good District 3. That one's crazy, which I've said that and a lot of people have too as well. Knox City, they're sitting good, 3-0. They're sitting real good. With this week's win being their last rate, with this week being last game of the regular season, so they're off next week. Then you got Spur, they're at 2-0, right behind them. Those two play this week, so I'm thinking that's gonna be it. Especially with Paducah losing, very disappointed in Paducah. I hate saying that about them guys. I like that team, but I just expected better. That may have ended it for them. Paducah and Spurs still have to play each other, which could help Paducah. Spurs still has Knox City and Paducah to play, which could be really good for them and really bad for them. Just depends on which games they win or lose. Knox only has Spur to play, which so I think I hate saying I think. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm not quite ready to call this district yet, just because of the games that still have to be played. So we should know more after this week. Positive. District 11. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm still recording. District 11. Think we're locked with Avalon with their win this week, but they still got to play Blum next week. Milford and Blum go at it this week. So I think that's going to be the second spot. But then Avalon and Blum's game next week could affect it too. That could be the 1 and 2 spot. So that one's another one that we just got to keep an eye on. I'm not ready to quite call it, but I am ready because I really like the way Avalon's playing. I really do. D1 District 8. It's done with Westbrook beating Sterling Friday night. I thought it was going to be flipped. I think several people did, but it is what it is. That was a good game too. That was seconds left for Westbrook to pull that one off. District 13, May locked it up. We knew that. We knew that was going to happen, but I got to give props to Baird though. They put up the second most points against May all this year. So you really got to give it to them. They went down swinging, and usually it's a halftime game for most people that play May, but it didn't happen. So I'm happy with those guys. I like the way they're playing. So this week is going to be the tell-all for that one with Baird and Lincolnville. It's going to be a good one. I want to go to that game, but it's so far away from me. Where I live at, there's like there's an hour difference between all the teams that live around me. If you look at the map of where all the games are, I'm like in a hole where there's nothing. So it just sucks for me that I have to drive that far, but oh well, I still like it. And let's go 14. Water Valley's good to go. So it's going to come down to Arion and Eden for the number 2, and that's a next week game as well. It's an even matchup, so it really could go either way, just like a lot of the D2s. And moving on to D2, we go straight to District 12. Pretty positive. Cranville's Gap is good to go on in. I just still think that number 2 is Walnut Springs and Morgan for that number 2 spot. And that's a next week game as well. And that I wish it was the number 1s that were the last game of the season. Those are always fun. District 16, another battle for second. Richland has it locked up again. So it's going to be between Rochelle and Cherokee next week. No, sorry. They play this week, I think. Pretty sure they play this week. Oh, Fannydale and Goldberg play this week for the 1 and 2 in District 10. I think Goldberg's going to win it. I know Fannydale's on a rough down year. I don't really know why. But I think Goldberg's going to take that one spot. So Fannondale will be hitting Throckmorton in the playoffs, and Throckmorton, I've said it before, I think Throckmorton's going to hammer him. This is why I've said that D2 is weaker than D1. And I did catch some heat over there, and that's expected because you're either going to agree with me or not. And several people that did disagree with me, and that's fine. There's so many that are pretty much settled so far in D2. But things can change, but I don't doubt it. Because you got Fallout Groom, Klondike, Balmorhea, Throckmorton, Oglesby. Those are guaranteed one spots. That's almost half of the districts right there that are already done for the number one. There's no doubt about them at all. And really, you can say Strawn as well, because I don't really see Gordon beating them. I really don't. But a lot of it's still wait and see, though. I'm going to try and hit up a game this week. It just depends on if I can shake all this mess. During the playoffs, I'm gonna bring some people on this podcast thing, video cast, whatever you want to call it. I've already got 3 people that want to come on, and I think that's pretty cool. I would do it now. I just got to figure out how to get their audio on my software. And I would bring them in here with me because I got other mics and stuff. But like I said, it's just so far away from everybody, they would have to drive forever just to get here. So I think it would be easier if we did like a, not really a FaceTime, but did a Zoom or something like that, and I just patch them into my software. So a lot of this is still wait and see. I just said that. See, I'm so thrown off. It's ridiculous. Really am. I'm going to wrap it up because I told y'all I feel bad. I know it's shorter, and y'all may like it better this way, and that's fine. If y'all do, let me know. If y'all don't, let me know. The likes and the views for all this, they're creeping up, and I love it. Absolutely love it. The amount of support I'm getting is unbelievable. It's crazy. I'm getting stuff from coaches, players, parents every day from you guys, and it's awesome. Comment, guys, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Follow me up on the gram at Texas Six Man Talk. Oh, and I do appreciate the comments, and it made my daughter happy. I do appreciate the comments and likes and the love I got from the picture I posted of my wife and daughter Saturday night at that wedding. My family means the world to me. They really do. And I just want to share some of it with you guys just to show y'all some of the moments that we have here. Because those 3, my son, my daughter, and my wife, they're some of the coolest people that I know. I'm very lucky, very fortunate to have those 3 in my life. And I really hope you guys have the same thing or are looking forward to having the same thing, because it's pretty cool. They're crazy, though, especially my son. I might bring my son on here one day just so y'all can see how crazy the kid is. So, again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for fighting through it with me. Good luck this week. Hope everybody is healthy, which I can say that, but because I know the injury bugs hit a couple people. But again, good luck. Hope everybody's healthy and stay safe. I'm going to go lay down and probably turn the office on. Love you guys. See you next week.